Hi, science learners. Welcome to Wednesday, which is How Do Scientists Investigate? Today, we're going to set up your journal page and table of contents for our comparing temperatures assignment. I want you to copy a chart down into your science journal on that page. Then we're going to talk about types of thermometers real fast and about Celsius and Fahrenheit. And then you can choose either to do the experiment on your own and fill in the chart, or you can do it with me and fill in the chart with me. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is work on that journal table of contents page. Today is 9-2. The title is Comparing Temps. And of course, the page number is 4. So pause the video real quick and update your table of contents page, please. And if you're coming back to us, the next thing you need to do is create your journal page. Create your journal page. The title at the top is Comparing Temps. And then I need you to create this chart. And I outlined it with a purple highlighter and wrote in pen so you could see it a little darker, but I would prefer you please to write in pencil. If you outline your chart with a marker or a highlighter, that's fine. But the writing in particular, when we start to write in the temps and things like that, collecting that data, science word, I need you definitely to write in pencil. Down here at the bottom, I wrote Celsius and Fahrenheit are systems of measurement. And they are both ways to get the temperature of something as a number, as a data set, as we call in science, okay? So pause the video right here and copy down this chart before we go any further. All right, back with me? All right, so copy chart. We've set up our journal page and table of contents. Now we're going to talk about types of thermometers. A lot of the times thermometers these days are digital thermometers, and I have a digital thermometer. It's pretty cool, where they take your temperature to know if you have a fever. That's where most people have seen thermometers. And today the thermometer we are going to use is a mercury thermometer. You see that red right there? That's a chemical called mercury that's been mixed with a red dye, so you can see it better. And then can you see on one side of the thermometer, there are lots of different numbers. And the numbers don't match up from one side to another. That's because there's two systems of measurement. And so in Fahrenheit, which is what we're used to, if it gets up to 70 or 80 or 90 or 100, we know that's really hot. But it's equal, 100 degrees Fahrenheit is about 40 degrees Celsius. So if I said it's 40 degrees Celsius, you'd think it was really cold. But no, that'd be almost 100 degrees. Here in the United States, we use the Fahrenheit system to tell the temperature, usually things like outside, like the weather. Or if you're running a fever, they say, oh, no, she's got a fever. It's 101. That is in Celsius. If they told you what your temperature was in Fahrenheit, you'd be a little nervous because it's a really low number compared. They're two systems of measurement, but they equal one another. They just use different numbers. And today we'll be recording our data in both numbers. So you need a thermometer. And if you don't have one at home, don't stress it. You can follow along with Miss Hudson and do the experiment with me. Or I'm going to use 3 thermometers at the same time, because if you were here, I'd give you your own to work with. If you don't have it, don't worry. Just like I said, we'll follow along with me and you'll be just fine. Now, at home, you might have the digital thermometer. You might have the thermometer that goes in your mouth to take your temperature. Those are usually going to give you a Fahrenheit number. But sometimes you can find thermometers that give you a Celsius number, and this is a candy thermometer. I've seen them as a candy thermometer. I've seen them as meat. We're cooking meat in the grill thermometer. And what it does is you stick it in the meat or in whatever candy you're cooking. So maybe you're making caramel, yummy. And it'll tell you the temperature that's cooking at the current time. All right. And so you can see that dial with those numbers. Right now, it's telling me that in the room right now, it is about 30 degrees Celsius where I've got it on my hand right here. It's going up a little bit because I'm squeezing the end. 30 30 degrees Celsius sounds really cold, doesn't it? 30 degrees, brr, it's like penguins. But no, in Celsius, that's different. It might be 70 or so degrees or even hotter where I'm holding it in comparison to the Fahrenheit number, right? All right, so there are different thermometers. You can find them in different spots. And there are different systems of measurement, Celsius and Fahrenheit in science. Most people in the United States use Fahrenheit, but most scientists around the world use Celsius. So we got to know both. We're just lucky that way. All right, if you paid attention to the comment spot before you started the video, I gave you a list of what you need. If you're going to do it with me, you're going to need 3 cups, and I've labeled mine so it's easier to see and to follow along with it, what it is. You're going to need a thermometer if you've got one. And of course, you're going to need those 3 different temperatures of water: room temperature, cold, and hot. I'm telling you right now, don't get Miss Hudson in trouble. I do not want you to burn yourself on hot water. So if you're dealing with hot water, it doesn't have to be boil your hand off, scald yourself hot. Okay, it can just be a little bit hot. Get a mom or dad or an adult to help you out. Miss Hudson is not responsible if anybody burns their fingers or whatever during this experiment, because you are going to have to touch the water to see the feels part of it. If you noticed on your chart, there's a feels, how it feels to you. Now, Miss Hudson is not going to burn herself on water either. So I made sure my hot water cup had hotter water than the other 2 that I'm testing, but it's not make tea, boil noodles hot. Okay? Do not, under any circumstances, get yourself hurt doing science. Okay? You are more important than any experiment we're running. Please do not hurt yourself. Please do not hurt your loved ones. Please get help. Don't handle it on your own. Understand? You better. Oh dear. Don't be hurting science. Oh, we'd have to stop this good time and go to worksheets or something crazy like that. I'd rather be doing experiments, wouldn't you? That's what I thought. All right. So I'm going to take my journal and my handy pencil over to our experiment table. Oh, earthquake again. Just kidding. And you'll notice Miss Hudson has those 3 cups. I'm going to set my journal down right here. Those 3 cups set up. There we go. Room temperature water, hot water, and cold water. And I just set them up, got them going. Okay. So we're going to look at our chart. And it says cup A, room temperature water. That's this one in the center for me. And I've put the thermometer in, and it's been sitting for a minute or 2. Definitely a minute or longer. And I'm going to stick my hand in it. And I'm going to feel it. To me, that feels cool. That feels cool. So in the chart, I'm going to write cool where it says feels. All right. Now I'm going to look at my thermometer and get the temperature. According to my thermometer in Celsius, I am at 25 degrees. And at Fahrenheit, I am at 72 degrees. So that makes sense because I think I've got my air conditioner thermometer set up to 72. So if it's room temperature, it's going to be room temperature in Fahrenheit. All right. Let's try cup B, the cold water. Now, I got this out of my fridge, so it's nice. Ooh, it is icy. Icy cold. So I'm going to write icy where it says feels. And now I'm going to look at my thermometer. According to this, ooh, brr, we're at a chilly 5 degrees in Celsius. And a lovely 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Look at that. Woo, that is certainly icy. You can definitely tell the difference, can't you? All right, last one. Gonna try the hot water. Ooh, it's not burning me, but I can definitely tell it's hot. It's like a nice hot bath water. or a shower, hot enough to be comfortable, but hot. All right. So I'm not going to really say hot. I'm going to say warm as my feels. And then I'm going to say that it is 26 degrees Celsius. So that's not too different from my room temperature water. And 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Wait, not 65, 70, Miss Hudson. Looking at the wrong line. 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So my hot water wasn't super hot, was it? But that's okay. It's hotter than the room temperature water. And that's all we wanted. So pause the video right here. Now you can write down my temperatures. Or you can do the experiment yourself with 3 different temperatures of water. Just give the thermometer, if you've got one thermometer, give that thermometer at least a minute or so of sitting in each liquid, okay? And if you go from cold to hot, you might need to wait a little bit longer than a minute to give it time to adjust that temperature to what it needs. All right. Thank you, science learners. We're going to come back tomorrow and work on our claim and evidence part and think about why scientists use tools like thermometers instead of how things feels. Because what might feel warm to me might feel cool to you. Interesting. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.